mind us asking why he got an annulment?
Well, there was a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is he was involved in drugs and very heavily into pornography.
Oh, really?
Did you guys try to work through things,
yeah,
or did you just say?
Yeah, we tried to get counseling. He said it was something he had never done before. It was something he just got started when he got this job and he had access to it on the internet. Something popped up, and so, it got him into it, but he had never done it before. I find out this is something he's been involved in for years.
That was from a documentary entitled Missionary Positions. You can watch it online by visiting missionarypositionsmovie.com or searching for it on Google Video. With me now from Grand Rapids to discuss issues of pornography for one final segment is porn star Ron Jeremy and co-founder of XXXchurch.com, Craig Gross. Craig, there's a quote from evangelical leader from Focus on the Family, Dr. James Dobson, who says that sometimes not pornography but masturbation itself is a necessary reality. Do you agree or disagree with that statement, Craig?
I don't agree with a lot of James Dobson's statements, so this being one of them. No, it's a selfish act. It pleases nobody but yourself. God created sex to be between a man and a husband, not a man and himself, and that, the last time I checked, is what masturbation is. It's done in secret. Most people that masturbate are viewing porn or thinking about pornographic images. You're not thinking about thoughts that are of the Lord. Don't do it. It's a cop-out. It's selfish. And to me, you hear someone like Dobson say that, he's pretty bold on his politician views and this and that, but he's trying to skate around the issue and play that middle of the road. We're not going to play that road because we see that it goes hand in hand with pornography. We're against
hand in hand. I like the work there.
Husband and wife wanted to mutually masturbate. Well, the husband's out of town on business and they want to talk on the phone and masturbate to each other, so it's still a monogamous relationship. What's wrong with that?
If we're talking about a husband and a wife, what Dobson and what he's saying is that I'm against this completely. What a husband and a wife want to do with each other, to me, why masturbate if you can actually have sex? What a husband and a wife do...
from each other. He's on business.
What a wife and a husband are going to do, I'm going to say, hey, go for whatever you want to do. But I would not say to do anything without your husband or without your wife.
So you don't mind then if they're, as long as you're keeping it monogamous, if he's away on business, that they mutually masturbate over a telephone?
Are you the host now?
I'm just curious how you feel about that.
I like that. Hey, Ron, let me ask you this question.
Ron,
don't you realize that many of the women trapped in this industry are dehumanized, they're treated as objects? Many men internalize those images and expect that this is what the women want, to be dominated. How do you respond to that kind of stuff?
You see more of that kind of stuff in mainstream films, just because we're hardcore. You see all kinds of bizarre sex acts in regular films as well, just that we show penetration. As far as what a man expects of his wife, he's going to look at TV shows and see Pam Anderson or Britney Spears. He can go to a nude beach and see sexy ladies. He can have these images. He can look at it from Playboy, Penthouse, even Maxim with skimpy bathing suits, and have all these images you could think about while he masturbates. You can't blame porn on that. If he wants to fantasize, he can fantasize. In fact, most psychiatrists say that if a person does, with their same monogamous relationship for many, many years, they can often fantasize about other things while they're being together, and it's actually healthy. So, what's the big deal? That's another form of fantasy that you want to look at.
Now, what I find bizarre...
Playboy?
Yeah. What I find bizarre, you guys, is that you're traveling together, or Ron, you're staying at Craig's house right now. How does that work? You guys are on two different sides of the issue.
Kids. I used to be a school teacher. He's got a great home. He's got a nice wife, great kids. And we're very good friends.
Ron doesn't walk around with horns. Ron's not the devil, and I'm no angel, and we can be friends, although we don't agree about porn. As soon as this interview's done, it's probably the last we'll talk about porn until 7 o'clock till night when we hit the stage. Beyond that, we can become friends. We are friends.
Me and Tammy Faye were friends, too. If you saw The Surreal Life, me and Tammy Faye were friends for a long time. I visited her at her home in Charlotte, North Carolina, went out to dinners together, and she was a very strong evangelist as well, who preached to a congregation, and she liked me, and she also liked gays, which the church wasn't too crazy about either. So you can be friends with people and not like their chosen profession.
Craig, I mean, technically, according to some of the stuff I'm reading on your website, is that pornography can lead to this degradation of women. It can lead you to have a warped sense of yourself and these kind of things. Technically, Ron should be a brutal hater of women and a rapist because he's been so involved in this. How do you respond to that? Because you're his friend.
Porn, not just me.
Yeah, so how do you respond to this? Clearly, it hasn't affected him, or has it?
The Meats Commission sat through thousands of hours of hardcore porn to make their findings, with all the religious leaders who were there, why did they run out in the streets and commit all these horrible crimes?
Porn Boulevard. I believe at the end of Porn Boulevard, it's a dead end. But down that road, not everyone's affected the same way. Not everyone ends up doing the same things. Not everyone cheats on their wife. Not everyone looks at child porn. Not everyone will go commit a crime. But certain things happen that are started by pornography that I would recommend. If you're wondering at all, I would stay away from it. I'm not going to take away your right.
Upbringing.
I would say, hey, keep the porn off and go for something else. That's my recommendation.
It starts from your mom and dad. It doesn't start from pornography.
Yeah, I believe that too. It's another thing we agree on. But hey, turn off the porn. I think you'll be better off.
Plus,
thanks so much, you guys. We have to wrap it up here. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks.
You bet. You can find out more about the great porn debate between Ron Jeremy and Craig Gross by visiting their website, porndebate.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.